Old business, FAXON Development, 150, 154 Quincy Ave, case number 16013. Is the representative applicant here, counsel?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'm just going to move these boards over.
I would resume my being awake.
Mr. Chairman and members, good evening. Thank you for being here this evening. This is a continued case, request for minor dimensional variances for this project at 150 and 154 Quincy Avenue. We filed site plan review and zoning concurrently, and this board expressed its desire for us to finish the site plan review process first, and we've done that. We've got a site plan review approval from the planning board. We have final comment letters from the city's site plan review engineer, the city engineer, the city's traffic engineer, as well as inspectional services. But all the questions that have been raised about this project have been answered. The drainage system has been fully reviewed. The drainage calculations and the design for the drainage system has been reviewed and approved. Also, photometric plans showing the lighting on the buildings and how the light will travel across the site. Also showing that the light does not travel onto the abutting properties, the condominium association located right next to us. All of that information has been submitted to the planning board. To refresh your memory, I know it was quite a while ago the first time we were here. This property is Residence C. Residence C allows 2,000 square feet of land per unit. The site is an 18-unit site by right. We're proposing 17 units because it fits better and it gives us enough room for drainage and snow storage and a little extra parking at the back of the property rather than trying to squeeze in that 18th unit. So it's Residence C, 17 units. They're all condominiums, 3 stories, 2-car garage on the first floor, living space on the second floor, living space on the third floor. When we were here, the changes that have been made since the last time we were here actually were relatively minor coming out of the site plan review. This building right here, the one that's close to the property line, this building was shifted slightly further into the parking lot. The staircase for this end unit was changed to the side, so the stairs come down into the parking lot, so the person exiting that unit exits right into the parking lot. And these units here in the middle were snugged up just a bit closer to the parking lot to give a wider aisle for the emergency egress from the stairs of these units for a person to get around the building and come to the front of the site. As far as the site plan, that's really the only significant change that was made to what you saw when we were here back in May. These are the exterior elevations for the building. The side of the building facing Quincy Avenue is proposed to be stone with cedar impression shingles. On the fronts of the buildings where the buildings face each other and along the backs, we're using vinyl siding, but not cheap grade vinyl siding, but an upgraded vinyl siding of higher quality with a lot of window and door trim details to give the units some architectural interest. We're also proposing shutters on the fronts of all the units to make them more attractive and give them a more residential look. This perspective shows what the project would look like from Quincy Avenue, combining the landscaping plan with the elevations. And one of the changes that came out of site plan review was to add 2 more trees here and to add shrubbery along the edge of the parking spaces here and here, so that those cars are blocked or partially blocked from view from Quincy Avenue. So this is the final landscaping plan, which shows the new trees on the site, and it lists all the plantings and the species and the size of those as well. This final plan that's on the floor was an issue that came up at our meeting. There was a question about what it would look like from the back. board members asked for the homes that are located back here at the rear of the site on Martinson Street, what this retaining wall would appear from their property. And this is a rendering of what it would look like from the backyard. The retaining wall is only about 5 feet tall. There are plantings proposed in the grass area between the property line and the wall. And there's a 4-foot fence on the top of the wall with more plantings that are inside the fence, on the other side of the fence. And also from this property line to the corner of this building is, I think, a 34-foot setback. So the buildings don't intrude too far toward the back of the site, and they're not right on top of the back property line. This was, the planning board generally will waive photometric plans as one of the requirements for site plan review, but they're pretty good about waiving them in appropriate circumstances. They did not waive it in this case, so we prepared one for them. This is Quincy Avenue, and the light locations are here, 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 and here, and here, to light up the driveway and the guest parking spaces in the back. And so what this plan shows is these yellow numbers here on the corners are 0.0. So this plan shows that the light from these two lights will fade out and go back to 0 by the time it gets to this corner, and here, and here, and here, and also along here. So the condominiums that are located on this side won't have bright light shining in their windows in the middle of the night. So those are primarily all the issues that were brought up at site plan review, the changes that they asked us to make. This, as I said a minute ago, we're not asking for variances to build more units than what we're entitled to. We're under the maximum FAR, under the maximum number of units. We've got 2 parking spaces per unit in the garages, as well as 5 guest spaces in the back for guest parking. And actually, that was another change. I think, Mr. Chairman, you asked about us trying to put a little more parking out back. We added 1 more space back here, but we were limited to how many we could put back there because of the slope and the retaining wall. And also, this plan, the parking spaces aren't counted in a parking count, but for these units that are here and here near the front of the site, the buildings are so far apart, a car could park in front of those garage doors and it wouldn't block the driveway. The driveway would still be at least 24 feet wide. So even though these aren't counted,
That's why they put the new trees and shrubbery out front, right?
Yes, and you could have guest parking in front of this building and in front of this building, and then that guest parking would serve the ones in the middle where the units are closer together. So the variances that we're asking for are essentially a parking setback variance. We're not asking for a variance for the number of spaces, just the setback on this side and the setback for this building right here. Other than that, the project complies with zoning and complies with all the other requirements of the city. Tony Agnitti is here with me as the developer and the owner of the property. If you have any questions for him, we'd be happy to answer.
I think we've done everything we've asked you, and I like that back wall. I like the new shrubbery they put in there. And the lighting plan was kind of important, so that's nice that's done too. So I'm happy with what I see.
Mr. Chairman, not to be very impressed with the
No, very good.
Very good. Yeah, I'm very impressed by the change, and I think what you're asking us is pretty minor at this point in time. We had a parking space that was nice, we wanted that. We had asked for the landscaping plan, but it's nice to see it. So I'll be voting.
Absolutely.
Is that a fine job?
The team has been very responsive on the board.
Right out. Have a motion, please.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the matter number 16-013, FAXON Development LLC, Lawrence and Getty, member for a variance with respect to 17-unit 3-story residential development on the premises number 150 and 154 Quincy Avenue, Quincy. I make a motion to grant the variance.
Second.
On a second. On the motion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Thank you, Council.
Thank you very
Good job,
much.
Agnitti. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, gentlemen.